Hey, English learners. Welcome to the English Speaking Podcast, your friendly space to learn English and grow your confidence at the same time. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ryan. So glad you're here with us today. Maybe you're on your lunch break. Maybe you're relaxing after a long day. But wherever you are, you're improving your English right now. You know, Emily, before we start, I want to ask you something. Do you remember when you first started learning English? Like, really trying to speak it?
Oh, absolutely. I remember feeling so nervous. My mouth would go dry and I would forget even simple words.
Same here. And I think a lot of people listening right now feel exactly the same way.
Yes, and that's why today's topic is so important. We're talking about overthinking. We're talking about that moment when you know the words, but you just can't say them.
Right. Your brain knows English. Your brain has the vocabulary. But when it's time to speak, everything stops.
It's like there's a wall between your thoughts and your mouth.
Exactly. And this problem, this fear of speaking, it's one of the biggest problems English learners face.
Because learning English is not just about grammar books and vocabulary lists. It's about opening your mouth and actually talking.
But so many people study for years. They read, they listen, they understand everything, but they still can't speak.
Why? Because of fear. Because of overthinking.
They think, is my grammar correct? Is my pronunciation good? Will people laugh at me?
And while they're thinking all of this, the moment to speak passes. The conversation moves on.
And then they go home feeling disappointed, thinking, why didn't I just say something?
So today, we want to help you with this. We want to show you how to stop overthinking and start speaking.
And we're going to do this in a very simple, step-by-step way.
But first, let's talk about why this fear exists. Where does it come from?
You know, Emily, I think everyone has at least one embarrassing story about speaking English.
Oh, definitely. I have many. Should I share one?
Please do. I think our listeners will feel less alone when they hear it.
Okay, so this happened a few years ago. I was at a coffee shop and I wanted to order a simple cappuccino.
Sounds easy enough.
That's what I thought. But when the barista looked at me and said, "What can I get for you?" my mind went completely blank.
Oh no.
I stood there and I could feel my face getting hot. I knew the word cappuccino, but suddenly I wasn't sure how to pronounce it.
So what did you do?
I just pointed at the menu like a little kid and said, "This one, please." The barista smiled, but I felt so embarrassed.
But you know what? You still got your coffee.
Yes, but I walked out thinking, "Emily, you've studied English for years. Why couldn't you say one simple word?"
And that feeling stays with you, doesn't it?
It does. For days, I kept thinking about that moment.
I had a similar experience once. I was at a party and some people were talking in English about movies.
Okay.
I love movies. I had so many things I wanted to say. In my head, I was having this amazing conversation.
But you didn't speak?
Nope. I just stood there, nodding and smiling. And the whole time, I was building sentences in my head, checking the grammar, changing words, making sure everything was perfect.
And by the time you were ready to speak,
The topic had changed. They were talking about something else. I missed my chance.
that's so frustrating.
It really is. And you know what the worst part was? Later, I realized my English was good enough. I could have said something simple, but I was waiting for the perfect sentence.
Perfectionism.
Exactly. And perfectionism kills conversation.
You know, Ryan, I think many of our listeners have stories like this. Maybe at work, when they wanted to speak in a meeting, but stayed quiet.
Or at school, when the teacher asked a question and they knew the answer, but they were too scared to raise their hand.
Or even online in a video call, when everyone is speaking English and they just turn off their camera and microphone.
Yes, and all of this comes from one thing, the fear of making mistakes.
But here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes too.
Absolutely. Making mistakes is part of being human. It's part of learning.
But somewhere along the way, we learned that mistakes are bad. Maybe a teacher corrected us in a harsh way.
Or maybe classmates laughed when we mispronounced a word.
And our brain remembered that pain. So now it tries to protect us by keeping us silent.
It says, "Don't speak, it's safer this way. You won't get hurt."
But staying silent hurts too. It hurts because you're not growing, you're not practicing, you're not living.
So we need to teach our brain a new way. We need to show it that speaking, even with mistakes, is safe.
And that's exactly what we're going to do in the next part.
All right, so let's talk about the solution. How do you actually stop overthinking and start speaking?
The answer is simple, but it requires practice. The answer is shadowing.
Now, if you've been watching English learning videos on YouTube, you might have seen titles like "The Shadowing Technique That Changed My English Forever," or "How I Learned to Speak English Fluently in 6 Months."
Yes, shadowing is becoming very popular, and for good reason. It works.
So, what is shadowing? Shadowing means you listen to someone speaking English and you repeat exactly what they say at the same time, like an echo.
You copy their words, their rhythm, their tone, everything.
It's like you're becoming their shadow. That's why it's called shadowing.
And this technique helps you in many ways. First, it trains your mouth to move in English.
Your mouth has muscles, and those muscles need practice. Shadowing is like exercise for your mouth.
Second, it helps you stop thinking so much about grammar. You just speak, you just flow.
And third, it builds your confidence because you're speaking English, real English, every single day.
Now, we know some of you might be thinking, but I don't have anyone to practice with.
That's okay. You don't need another person. You can shadow us right here, right now.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is have a simple conversation in English, and we want you to repeat after us, out loud.
Don't just listen. Actually speak. Move your mouth. Use your voice.
Even if you're on the bus, even if you're walking, even if you feel a little silly, please try it.
Because this is how you break the fear. This is how you train your brain to speak without overthinking.
Ready? Let's start with something very simple.
Okay, I'll say a sentence, then pause. You repeat it. Then Emily will say a sentence, you repeat it. We'll go slow.
Very slow. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just try.
Here we go. Hi, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
That's great to hear.
What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday, I stayed home and watched a movie.
Oh, that sounds nice. What movie?
I watched an old comedy. It was really funny.
I love comedies. They make me feel happy.
Me too. Laughing is good for the soul.
Okay, good. How did that feel?
If you actually spoke out loud, congratulations, you just practiced real English conversation.
And notice we didn't use complicated words. We didn't use difficult grammar.
It was simple, it was natural, it was real.
This is how people actually talk. Short sentences, simple words, natural flow.
Now, let's try another conversation. This time, we'll talk about feelings, because talking about feelings in English is very important.
Yes, and again, repeat after us, out loud. Don't be shy.
Conversation 2. How are you feeling today?
Honestly, I'm feeling a little tired.
Oh, why's that?
I didn't sleep well last night.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I'll rest later.
That's a good idea. Sleep is very important.
Yes, it is. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling happy today.
That's wonderful. What made you happy?
I had a good conversation with a friend.
Friends are special. They make life better.
Beautiful. Did you speak along with us?
If you did, you're already making progress. You're already breaking that wall of fear.
And if you didn't speak this time, that's okay too. You can listen to this part again and try.
The important thing is to start. Even one sentence is enough.
Now, let's talk about daily activities. This is very useful English for everyday life.
Yes, let's practice talking about what we do every day. What do you usually do in the morning?
In the morning, I wake up at 7.
That's early. Do you exercise?
Sometimes I do. I like to stretch.
Stretching is good for the body.
Yes. After that, I have breakfast.
What do you eat for breakfast?
Usually, I have eggs and toast.
That sounds healthy and simple.
It is. What about you? What's your morning like?
I'm not a morning person, to be honest.
So you wake up late?
I try not to, but I love sleeping.
There we go. Another conversation done.
And you know what? If you're following along, you're actually speaking English right now. Real English.
Not just learning about English, actually speaking it.
This is the secret. You have to practice speaking, not just thinking about speaking.
Let's do one more conversation. This time, let's talk about plans and future activities.
Good idea. Talking about the future is very common in daily conversations.
Do you have any plans for the weekend?
Yes, I'm going to visit my family.
Oh, that's nice. Do they live far away?
Not too far, about 2 hours by car.
That's a good distance. Not too close, not too far.
Exactly. What about you? Any plans?
I'm going to stay home and relax.
Sometimes staying home is the best plan.
I agree. I'll read a book and drink tea.
That sounds peaceful.
It does. I'm looking forward to it.
Enjoy your quiet weekend. Okay, wonderful. So we've practiced 4 different conversations together.
And if you spoke along with us, you just had real English conversation practice.
Now, here's what we want you to do. We want you to practice this technique every single day.
You don't need hours. Even 10 minutes a day is enough.
You can shadow podcasts, YouTube videos, movies, anything in English.
And here's a little secret. Start with content that's a little bit easier than your level.
Why? Because if it's too difficult, you'll get frustrated. You'll overthink again.
But if it's comfortable, you can just relax and flow. You can focus on speaking, not on understanding.
And after a few weeks of shadowing practice, something amazing will happen.
You'll notice that when you want to speak English, the words come faster.
You won't think so much about grammar. You won't worry so much about mistakes.
Your mouth will just know what to do because you've trained it.
It's like learning to ride a bicycle. At first, you think about every movement, but after practice, you just ride.
Same with speaking English. After shadowing practice, you just speak.
Now, we also want to give you a few more tips to help you stop overthinking.
Tip number 1, give yourself permission to make mistakes.
Say it out loud right now. Say, I have permission to make mistakes.
Seriously, say it. It helps.
Because when you give yourself permission, you take away the fear.
Tip number 2, talk to yourself in English.
When you're cooking, when you're cleaning, when you're walking, just describe what you're doing in English.
I'm washing the dishes. The water is warm. I'm tired but happy.
Simple sentences, no pressure, just you and the language.
Tip number 3, record yourself speaking.
Use your phone. Record a short voice message to yourself. Talk about your day.
Then listen to it, not to criticize yourself, but to notice your progress.
You'll be surprised. You'll think, hey, my English is not as bad as I thought.
And tip number 4, celebrate small wins.
Every time you speak English, even one sentence, celebrate it.
Tell yourself, good job. I spoke today. I'm proud of myself.
Because you should be proud. Speaking in another language is brave.
It really is. So many people are too scared to even try.
But you're here. You're listening. You're learning. You're trying.
And that makes you amazing.
So let's do a quick review. What did we learn today?
We learned that overthinking stops us from speaking.
We learned that fear comes from past experiences, from perfectionism, from worry about mistakes.
We learned that shadowing is a powerful technique to train your mouth and your brain.
And we practiced 4 simple conversations together.
We also learned to give ourselves permission to make mistakes, to talk to ourselves, to record our voice, and to celebrate small wins.
And most importantly, we learned that speaking English doesn't have to be scary.
It can be natural, it can be relaxed, it can be fun.
You just have to start. Even with fear in your heart, just start.
Your English doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real.
All right, friends, we're coming to the end of today's episode.
And we really hope this helped you. We hope you feel a little braver now.
Before you go, we want to ask you for something small but really important to us.
If this podcast made you feel understood, if it made you feel less alone, if it gave you even a tiny bit of confidence, please hit that like button.
And if you want more episodes like this, more simple conversations, more real English practice, please subscribe to our channel.
Our channel name is English Speaking Podcast, and we're here every week to help you speak English with less fear and more confidence.
We don't have millions of subscribers. We're just 2 people who love English and who want to help others love it too.
So every like, every subscribe, every comment, it really means the world to us.
It tells us that we're doing something good. It tells us to keep going.
And it helps other people find us too. People who need this message, people who are scared to speak.
So please, take 2 seconds, hit that like button, and subscribe to English Speaking Podcast.
We'll be so grateful, truly.
All right, friends, thank you for spending this time with us today.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, even if it's just 1 sentence a day.
You're doing great. We believe in you.
This was the English Speaking Podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ryan. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.